I don't read poems. They make me afraid. I've hated them since I was back in 3rd grade. My teacher made me read one aloud, all by myself in front of the crowd. They laughed at my rhyming, made fun of my fears, called me such names that it left me in tears. So now, when faced with a series of verses, I'm prone to blurt out a whole load of curses. The memory's fresh in the back of my head, thoughts like I'd be much better off dead. I know that you've asked me to sample your fare, to put it quite bluntly, I don't really care. You can keep your witty and charming refrain, and please don't ever ask me again. Okay, this is a poem for the Hollywood Air Kisses crowd. Please don't tell me that you love me when it simply isn't true. I don't think that you understand the sense of I love you. You have for me a little love. You even think you care. You think of me from time to time on days when I'm not there. But what you think and what love means are two quite different things. Your love comes of convenience and tied with lots of strings. No eternal togetherness or thoughts of futures bound spring to mind in your love's world, just such a hollow sound. So from your lips it often slips this useless, barren word, the meaning lost through overuse. Now something quite absurd. This is something scrumptious. Still the moments pass you by, gentle breeze, a murmur's sigh, dreaming far in floating place, flickers on the moonlit face. Quiet in the peaceful night, I sit and watch the loving sight of you, the beauty at my side, drifting on till morning tide. How sweet it is to see such sleep, joyful in the watch I keep over you in unknown bliss, shall not awake you with a kiss. So as the sun begins to rise, the dawning fills my weary eyes, slip to slumber soft away, together wake another day. So this is a poem I wrote 3 years after I broke up with my first fiancée. I actually married the third one. I was getting sore knees from all that proposing. It's called So Now 3 Years. So now 3 years have passed me by. Doesn't time distorted fly? Sections seem to drag their feet, others hustle, swift to greet the fall of fate and twists of chance, on and on in life's great dance. Days and weeks as one can blend when things are rushing to an end, or dawdle on from day to night, restless on a fitful flight. Oft times she seems so far away, others just like yesterday. Memories of the joys and pains, losses sit alongside gains, hurtful actions, love-filled charms, times I held her in my arms, hoping it would never stop, viewing life as if atop some mountain of my wildest dreams, a happiness of bursting seams, then dashed and broken by my hand, forlorn as one who understands that blind affection hides the truth unlooked for in a naive youth, that all is not as we would hope, some kind of wishful telescope. Overlook the real life needs, pay attention to the deeds which over words so loudly speak, a lover's game of hide and seek. Only now, from time at last, I see it all clear in my past, things that then I failed to grasp, to my soul next time I'll clasp. Now something zen. God talks to me through insects. God speaks to me through insects. I know it sounds absurd, but I'll tell you why I think that way, and you won't believe a word. So he speaks to me through insects to see if I've evolved. It really does sound crazy, but here's just what's involved. Each time I'm thinking what to do and pausing to reflect, an insect comes across my view and God starts to connect. How am I to treat this bug, take control now of its fate? If instinct gets the best of me, it's probably too late. But if I stop and think a bit, the choice appears to me. I could just render mercy and let the poor thing be. For then I score my karma points and move on with my day. The good deed done repays itself and keeps me from harm's way. A poem for our times. Before it's earned, the money's spent. I can no longer pay the rent. Each day the mailman brings the bills, and more my weary spirit kills. A slow descent into the soil. Regardless of relentless toil, my labour once a worthy joy rewards me less than as a boy. No mention of my triumphs boast, my pride reduced to but a ghost. The memories of fruitful past are stripped away to none at last. Where each penny needs to land, cross the line once drawn in sand, and comforts that were commonplace have disappeared without a trace. The hope that used to steer my course has ceased to be the driving force. Survival now the daily chore, deciding which choice calls me more. And once upon a time, I was a sound engineer for a band who were really good apart from their lead singer who sucked. Anyway, he decided that rather than stay in the band, he would go and get a job for the BBC. So he would catch this train every morning from Woolwich to the centre of London. So I wrote him a little poem called 8:35. It's the same thing every morning, rushing down the track. You have to go to work and then you come straight back. You have to get up early to catch the morning train. It's waiting at the station to greet you once again. There's all the usual faces and they're dead above the neck because the hassle of the routine makes each a nervous wreck. You have to get your paper, reprogram the news. It's better sitting down now than sitting down in queues. And it's just another boring day. Slowly drifts of life away. The things that you really wanted to say, and the feelings you just can't portray. You have your liquid lunches, they're the highlight of your life. A sandwich in your briefcase, handed me by your wife. There's gossip in the office and there's scandal in the air, but it's all a load of rumours from those who wouldn't dare. You have to earn your income, yes, to make your weekly wage. It's the only way you know of to get to your old age. You think it's really boring, but your life is in a rut, but the door to all your daydreams has been slammed shut. And it's just another boring day! It slowly drags your life away. Things that you really wanted to say, and the feelings you just can't portray. Thank you very much.